From the streets of New England to communities across America, this is Across the Streets, hosted by the Boyer Boys.
We're going to go to the next one, WPRI, 12 News. You know, see what they talk about. I think that's our neck of the woods.
Right? Yeah.
A busy week in Providence's Manton neighborhood. Police are investigating an attempted carjacking at gunpoint and a severe assault in the last several days.
4 kids under 13 are facing felony charges in connection with the beating. Kayla Fish joins us from Providence Police Headquarters with details on both cases. Kayla?
Providence police have been in the Manton neighborhood every day this week so far. The 51-year-old man who authorities say was severely beaten by those 4 kids remains in Rhode Island Hospital with life-threatening injuries. This corner of Manton Avenue is where police say 3 12-year-olds and 1 11-year-old beat a man nearly to death. It happened Monday night around 7:20. Witnesses told police the kids knocked the man down, kicked and punched him before running off, leaving him with life-threatening injuries. No word on whether the suspects knew the victim or not. A separate disturbance Tuesday led investigators to 3 of the kids who admitted to being involved in the assault, police say. The 4th was taken into custody Tuesday night, all charged with felony assault and conspiracy and other charges related to Tuesday's disturbance. Fast forward to Wednesday, police were back in the Manton neighborhood for an attempted carjacking at gunpoint that ended with this scene at the corner of Greenwood and Atwells Avenues. The victim told police 2 unknown suspects pointed a gun and tried to take their car. Police say the victim took off and was then followed by the suspects in a white Honda. Our cameras capturing that car on a tow truck with front end damage. Police say when officers tried to stop the suspect vehicle, it fled and crashed into 2 other vehicles at this intersection. 1 suspect was taken into custody, and police haven't found the gun used in the crime. The investigations into each incident remain ongoing. In Providence, I'm Kayla Fish, 12 News.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that the young boys that assaulted that older guy, and I think he ended up passing away. I think he ended up passing away, and they said they're trying them as adults. And a lot of people were watching the news are saying, like, you know, he was a good guy, you know, good, humble dude. They obviously they didn't explain to us what escalated the situation or how it started, but you know, rest in peace to that man. And
Did they say they wanted to steal his car?
no, that was the carjacking after. The first one was when they just jumped dude, and they was 12 and 11 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could have been anything. It could have been them telling them not to do something, or they could have just been talking about the mouth and just things escalated, you know. But no, you know, like
to beat somebody like when they damn near to death is a lot of work.
Yeah,
that's a lot
of
work.
He was 51, the 3 12-year-olds and an 11-year-old.
Yeah,
you can't put your hands on you know, on a 51-year-old man. I mean,
beat him nearly to death. Like he's 50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have a lot more time on this earth than he has left. You know what I'm saying? Let him do his thing. You know?
Yeah, you know, it'll take months to set little kids off. You know, any little thing can set some little kids off. And once the ball start rolling, they start getting hyped up, and they.
I bet you they had on Nike suits and shirts.
Well, they probably had on bonnets and Crocs. Bonnets and Crocs. But you know.
Condolences to the family.
Condolences to the family. It's a real tough situation, and you know, Hartford and Providence is like a project. You know, Hartford and Manton projects are right across from each other. They had notoriously had historical beef. You know, so there's a lot of things that happen over there in the Hartford Manton area.
Yeah, I was just in Manton not too long ago. This chick hit another chick with a car. Bro, I was doing some work out there, so yeah, it's real out there, man. That carjacking stuff, you just be careful out there. Fellas, you know what I mean?
You know, don't leave your car on. You know what I'm saying? If somebody got a gun, man, let them take your car. Let them take their car. Like, you know, where they gonna go? It's Rhode Island. They probably gonna find it down the street, or usually somebody steal the car. They're probably gonna do another crime in it. You know what I'm saying?
Probably trying to get to Dunkin' Donuts.
So that shouldn't go to Boston 25 News.
I'm Boston 25 News reporter Drew Caritas on scene in Boston, where a bill that aims to cut down on the number of miles people drive in their personal cars across the state is one step closer to reaching the governor's desk.
There's too many cars on the roads. The traffic in Boston has become terrible.
An effort to reduce the number of statewide driving miles is advancing on Beacon Hill, and the bill that focuses on how much people drive is bringing both praise and criticism.
It just seems like the wrong way to approach things. Everybody's doing their best. They have to drive to get to work.
The Freedom to Move Act centers around bringing Massachusetts in line with its climate mandates. Supporters say the transportation sector accounts for the greatest share of carbon emissions in the state.
It's not about individuals and how much you're driving. It's about the investments that the state makes in our infrastructure.
The bill would establish a new council to find ways to make public transportation more accessible, looking at boosting options like trains, buses, and bike lanes.
It's completely out of touch with reality. There's so many people in Massachusetts who have to drive because it's a way of life.
Paul Craney, executive director of the Massachusetts Fiscal Alliance, believes the bill doesn't consider people in rural and some suburban communities.
If you live in Boston and you want to ride the train or public transportation, that's good for you. But don't force this on the rest of the state.
A statement from the bill's sponsor, Senator Cynthia Stone Cream, says, quote, "It does not in any way limit people's choices about how to get around. It does not impose fines, penalties, or taxes on drivers. In fact, it gives people more choices." The bill that's been referred to the Senate Ways and Means Committee would require MassDOT to set goals for reducing the number of statewide driving miles. It does not list any specific numbers on how many driving miles per person would be reduced. On scene in Boston, Drew Caritas for your local station, Boston 25 News.
That's difficult. Well, so, they're not saying like, oh, if you can't drive or, you can only get this much gas a week or a month or something. They're not putting any limitations on people that drive. They're just saying we're going to make more accessible public transportation. So for people who, might not want to drive as much, might want to save their car, whose car isn't that great, they're that reliable, so like New York, what I'm saying? Nobody's in New York like, oh, no, we don't want. People in New York never even had a car, don't want a car.
Don't need it.
So, that's if you can make that to where, some people are comfortable without even having to drive and still be able to move around the city or get where they have to go. Like, who wouldn't want that in their city? So,
yeah. And Massachusetts is a big state, you know what I'm saying? So it would take a lot to make public transportation be able to get everybody where they need to go.
Yeah.
Like half of those towns in Massachusetts don't even have sidewalks. You know what I'm saying? Like I do courier work, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing deliveries all over Massachusetts, and Massachusetts is a big medical state, so a lot of people are delivering medical packages, like I'm doing it. So, Central Cat's going to be racking their miles through the roof.
Yeah, so, that's why they have those type of things in place out in Massachusetts, because, there is no public transportation, and some people need the medication and need different type of things. And, they might have to have somebody bring it to them and drop it off because they can't get there on their own,
That's what I say.
So,
and that's why I love doing what I do, because not everybody can just get up and just go to Walgreens. So it's not a hop, skip, and jump for just anybody, so.
Yeah, especially if you have medical issues, so, hopefully, that help Massachusetts, it help Boston, because,
try to lower their carbon footprint.
It help anywhere that has, that have people that need to get around in any kind of setting, urban, man. Suburban.
Everybody needs some kind of help somewhere, man. Try to give them the help they need,
Yeah, but for people that can't even drive, who can't drive, for a medical reason. So, and then that help people get more jobs, get to work better, more efficiently, you know what I'm saying? People who live in certain areas who can't get to certain places where they have jobs because they don't have a car. So, all that type of thing.
So types of situations, we got to be sensitive to. But we're going to go to the next segment, WFSB in Connecticut. See what they got going on.
At our morning business report, a fast food giant planning to close down hundreds of restaurants.
Plus, new data shows the average IRS tax refund up more than 10% so far this season. That's some welcome news. Channel 3's Jane King live with the New York Stock Exchange. Good morning, Jane.
Hi, Caitlin and Kayla. Good morning. And Wendy's will close hundreds of its U.S. restaurants as it looks to focus on value and boost sales. October through December, the fast food giant reported sales were down more than 11%. The planned closures occur as they try to implement this plan called Project Fresh, which focuses on fresher ingredients and lower prices. Well, Friday the 13th brought a sell-off in stocks and gold as the AI fears gripped the markets. Tech stocks led the decline, and in fact, this morning we're looking lower and we're led by the tech stocks. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.
Yeah. Yeah, close a lot of them Wendy's down. We don't eat meat. We haven't eaten meat for several years.
Many moons it has been.
And Wendy's, I remember back in the day, Wendy's used to have the salad with they had like the salad. They only had like a Mandarin. It was a Mandarin salad. You know, you go to Wendy's now, there's no option for you to get anything without any meat. Only thing you get at Wendy's, if you don't eat meat, is cheese fries. You get it without bacon. That's the only thing you get at Wendy's. Why fast food places so expensive? You know, I don't get it.
I don't know if you guys heard about all the rumors about McDonald's and the People Burgers and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And they're the number 1 burger supplier in the world. So
maybe they run out of cows, man. Maybe you know these million burgers a day.
Yeah,
there's a cow shortage out here.
Yeah, I ain't seen a cow around here in a grip. Next up, we got WMUR News from New Hampshire. See what's going on across their streets.
Breaking news in Manchester, where police are investigating a stabbing. It happened around 9:15 last night in the area of Cedar Street and Berry Avenue. News 9 Investigates has learned that the victim suffered potentially life-threatening injuries. There is no word yet if anyone has been arrested.
You gotta be careful out there too. We up there, it's cold. You know, we in the house. You know, he probably doing who knows what.
Well, he probably stabbed it. I want to say 80% chance it's probably over a girl. I won't be surprised.
Or some money, or some drugs. You know. So that's why we're bringing this news to you, so you can see what's going on in your community and your neck of the woods, around all of New England, and soon around all this beautiful nation we call America.
Yes, indeed, guys.
Right, so next we're going to WFSB, Connecticut.
Hey, Luke. Kara, this particular cattle farm here, it's got about 100 acres on it. It is beautiful farmland. Here's all the cattle here. And this year, well, the taxes on it are expected to about triple. These cattle and the sprawling farmland they live on are the livelihood of Kim Grijalva. It's years of hard work and commitment to turn a profit. Business is tight to begin with, and raising taxes makes things even tighter. Each type of farmland is taxed at a different rate, and the Department of Agriculture changes the assessment every 5 years based off of survey results from farmers. In 2025, values skyrocketed. Farmers pushed back, and DOAG revised the values. But still, farmers say it's too much.
The first reevaluation was a 2,300% increase in some of the land values. That's just obnoxious. It's obscene.
We're really eager to hear from them about what their methodology was and the justification for that, as well as the actual survey results.
DOAG told us today that the process for determining these land use values does need to change. They admitted that in a statement to us, and the legislature is also getting involved. What the plans are going forward in future years, we break that down ahead in our news at 5 o'clock. Your reporter live in North Stonington, Luke Hydash, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
That's ridiculous. 2,300% increase.
Taxing the hood.
Taxes. Like I said, I think they just kind of they're trying to push us as far as we can go until we see like what we're gonna take them to boil over. How much we can take from these guys, until they try like storm the streets. You know what I'm saying? Raid the streets, raid the state houses and the city halls before. How much can we take from them before they get to the brink?
Breaking point, man.
Yeah, and then so it's like we got to get there. Like, you know, so many things that divide us. You know, left wing, right wing, conservative, and blue, red. You know, and all these things that we can't even come to a middle ground on those things. So how are we gonna come together to fight the power? You know what I'm saying? So as long as they keep us divided, Celtics fan or you're a Knicks fan, you know, we divided on that. You know, we hate each other because of those things. So So at some point we gotta put all the BS aside, join together and
fight
these
for the
things.
greater good. You know what I mean? Because it's like, hey man, I feel like it's been like this for a very, very long time. Like, let's just see what the people are willing to put up with. Let's see how far they will go. You know?
Well, make them pay like you know, you might get a handful of people to join together, or you know,
not the masses.
One day I looked up on ChatGPT. I said, what would happen if everybody in America just did not go to work, decided not to go to work until there was tax reform? It said after one day, that it would even take one day for the government to be like, yo, we gotta fix this. We gotta fix this. Like if nobody just went to work. Everybody just stay home. It's like one day. Like one day of that, and they'd be like, "Yo, we'll cripple them." You know what I'm saying? But you know, we need to put our differences aside to get to the better good.
Yeah, you know, maybe one day we'll figure it out, man.
All it takes is one person, man. All it takes is one influential person to be like, boop-de-boop-de-boop, this is what we doing, and the people follow him. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is that one person who that person might not be born yet.
Right up.
You know what I'm saying? But all it takes is
one to change the world. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get around to that soon.